And, guys, it's National Cookie Day.
Oh, boy.
What's the best cookie?
Oreos.
Wow. Jason Feller has hardly said a word all week and just said Oreos.
I didn't even realize my mic was on.
By the way, it sounds like from Breaking Bad, Poyos. That's just one word.
Poyos. What's your favorite cookie?
No.
I don't know what you want to do for options, but I'm just throwing it out there. It's National Cookie Day.
No. This is a serious subject.
Obviously.
First of all, who decides what's the national day? Like,
I know we've gone over this for years.
I think anyone does it. If you decide
is. Don't question.
Okay, so now are we talking about baking yourself, or we're talking about purchasing? Because like my kids and I shouldn't say that. Susie and the kids, while I watch them bake to pass the time on a weekend sometimes, they're not going to bake Oreos. You know what I mean?
Right. I would say if you're making cookies, what's the best ones to make and eat?
Okay, so the choices would be
chocolate chip. Sugar cookie, obviously it's the holidays.
You got the oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal raisin.
Which is not my favorite.
Okay.
Not my favorite, but I understand people would like it.
You got the snickerdoodle.
The snickerdoodle.
You got peanut butter, too. You got peanut butter cookie.
Oh, my word. Well, now, I think let's remove it and go with for purchase. Oreo.
For purchase?
Yes, Oreo.
Okay. Thank you.
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy.
Nutter butter. Peanut butter. Sandwich cookie.
Ooh, whoa.
Okay.
What about the Milanos?
What are you, so highfalutin?
I'm just saying, they're delicious. They're delicious.
You know he shops at Erewhon, so of course he would say something like
delicious.
that.
I'm sorry. The only Milano we're talking here is Melissa. Okay, is Alyssa. That's it, Alyssa. Right.
So cookie for purchase.
Cookie for purchase, Milano. I mean, you're so high, from high on the mountain. You're going to come down.
He eats it with his pinky out.
Seriously, you dip it in your tea.
God, should have kept my mouth shut.
You know who's got the bombest cookie?
I mean, of all these cookies,
they're delicious.
I mean, you got to go Keebler before you go Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
By the way, let's be clear.
Keebler,
what
Keebler cookie?
Oreo double stuff.
No question.
I don't acknowledge.
Well, if you're gonna go Oreo, you got to go the Oreo double stuff.
Like, come on.
Yeah, man.
It's his birthday today.
Is it really Jeff Bridges' birthday
I didn't know
today?
that.
One of our favorite guests in the history of this show. I did not know it was his birthday today. How old is he?
71.
Is he all right? I know he's been battling cancer, right? Hasn't he been battling?
He did announce, recently.
I hope he's one of our favorite guests. You remember when he because again, on the surface where TJ Jefferson sits, that's our putting surface, and when we pre-pandemic had in-studio guests, we would give them a choice of, do they want to sit on the couch next to Chris Brockman, a few feet away from Chris Brockman, and wave to the camera, which is a little bit awkward.
It's weird.
Or do you want to putt? We give them the choice, because we always would, when we had an in-studio guest, and when we have them again, we introduce them in the segment before going to commercial break. So they come out of the green room and sit here, and we say, hey, look who's here coming up next. Sometimes I'll banter. And we give them a choice to sit on the couch or putt. And Jeff Bridges chose putting. And he nailed one.
Nailed it. I mean, he was wearing like slippers basically. And
again, we'll post it on our Twitter feed, the YouTube the full YouTube. He's the only guy, like we've had David Spade sat here cross-legged in the chair, right?
Yeah, because Dave's got a bad back, so he has to
so he would just sit up, cross-legged in the chair. Jeff Bridges is the only one who sat upright in the chair on the edge of the chair with both feet in slippers planted on the ground, sort of like Lotus, right? In a way.
Yeah. But he was like super up close because he was as close to you as he possibly could be on the edge of the chair.
Right.
Like fully engaged.
Talking all about, Lebowski and about his dad from Airplane sniffing glue and just an absolute one of our favorite guests.
Yeah, man.
And then that's that quote, that drop. Fantastic.
All right, what's the fourth cookie?
What's the fourth cookie? Wow.
Oreo double stuffed, Chips Ahoy, Nutter Butter.
Nutter butter, peanut butter sandwich cookie. Is that
Yeah,
was known on the
delicious.
on the commercials? So great milk. I can't. I mean, and what's a good Keebler cookie? Come on now. 844-204.
I've got one on the
Somebody's
tip of my tongue, and
Yeah,
I can't even
fudge.
think of it.
Fudge Stripes is not. It was a great one, but I don't think it's going to compete.
That
We
one.
got to get a cookie to compete here.
I know.
We got to get a cookie to compete with these three epic all-timers. These are all-timers.
I'll tell you the best cookie I've had in a long time, and Adam, our call screener, put me and Del Tufo on. Bristol Farms has a cookie that's called The Cookie. And you know I'm not...
No, I know that.
No,
I know
no,
Susie gets them for the kids.
Those
That
store
cook-
brand
but-
sugar cookies.
That
the
is
ones
the
that are like,
best
No,
cookie?
because there's walnuts in them, and I don't want a walnut in my cookie.
I didn't either.
Who
but
wants walnuts in cookies? You don't take a chocolate. Look,
That's the reason
hold
it
on a
doesn't get a
second.
10. I agree
Here's-
with you. I'm in agreement,
Let
Rich.
me rail against the people of Bristol Farms, which, by the way, out for those in the country, it's a nice market out here.
Yeah.
But you don't take a chocolate chip cookie. All right, that's just kind of like the cadence of the double dip. You don't take a chocolate chip cookie that's literally a half an inch thick. Like it's that thick and it's that
Rich.
filled with dough and ruin it with a walnut. Don't do it. Walnut is like it's an acquired taste. It's a choice, and I don't want it. And you take I rather order it without the walnut.
I agree.
I don't want a walnut in my cookie. You don't take a chocolate chip and ruin it with a walnut.
That's the only reason I don't give that cookie a 10. That being
Correct.
said, it's a 9.5
I know.
I think
with the
the
walnut.
store brand sugar cookies, you know, the ones where you just walk in and they're right in front and they're themed
Got
by
the little
Okay, so
icing
depends
on them.
what year
the
it
fourth
is.
one, store brand
Yeah,
sugar
the
cookie.
store brand
What
sugar.
about Girl
Those are
Scout
great.
cookies?
Girl Scout.
That's kind of a broad spectrum there.
The problem is-
Do-si-do, and away we go.
Oh, the problem, there's just all the different flavors. So you're just lumping all of them into one?
You can't do that.
Can't do
It's kind of like
Thin
for
mints.
anyone who has been watching The Voice this season, you know, which we do in the Schuster Eisen household, we are locked in on The Voice.
Oh, yeah?
And they had a mother and two daughters competing as a trio. And it upset us so, even though the story of the mother and the daughters was compelling. That's what I love, the stories. And they sounded fantastic. But we didn't understand why they would allow a trio to compete against all these solo artists. It's not fair. It was kind of like apples and oranges. We were really thrown off by all of it. In the same way that you can't just allow 4 different cookies as a lump sum to compete against one-on-one cookies. You can't do it. So you got to choose one Girl Scout cookie and off you go.
Thin mints.
Oh,
come on. There
Thin
you go,
mints
baby.
for sure. Thin mints.
I mean, this is a whole different
This is
question.
a whole different conversation.
It's a different
which
can of worms.
I don't think we need
Okay.
to navigate.
Those
down.
Girl Scouts are extortionists.
Chris is
man.
getting upset when Chris does not get his either A, choice of the way that he is doing the poll question, or B, we bat it around too long, like we're strolling through an old Blockbuster video looking for the video, and 50 minutes later we still haven't chosen a video to
How
rent.
much do you wish
like
you
it
could do
drives
that?
him nuts. So let's just rip the knob off and go
I
with
get it. It's
store-bought
out.
sugar
It's
cookie.
out.
And done.
It's
Oh,
out.
it's already done.
It's
See,
done.
it's a
It's
fait
done. It's
accompli.
done.
Sucking.
How much
you,
do you
Coach.
miss going to Blockbuster on a Friday night and spending
It
that?
was the best.
Adam,
best.
our call screener, chiming in every single time he chimes in about food. It creates a major problem. What about mint Milanos? Come on now. It's a different, like the Milanos are in a different
Block his
section.
number, please.
It's a little bit, it's, you know.
Well, he's
what are you
able
gonna
to
go with
type into the
You
thing.
can't say, what about a Madeline when you're talking about a double stuffed Oreo?
But
Thank you.
Entenmann's,
That's our take on National Cookie Day. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.